Okay, we have been reporting an increase in power outages across the state as this winter storm moves through.
And our Liza Lucas has the very latest from Georgia Power as they continue their hard work and all of their efforts to get the power back on.
Now, out there braving the conditions for us right now is Alicia Brown with Georgia Power, and she's a spokesperson. Alicia, we've been communicating behind the scenes as we've seen some of those numbers change throughout the course of the afternoon in terms of outages. Just lay it out there for us. What are crews seeing in terms of responses and in areas where you might be now seeing a lot more of those downed trees impacting people's powers?
Right. So as you can hear behind me and see behind me, there's a lot of ice that has accumulated since the storms last night. So we are seeing a lot of ice accumulation on lines and trees, which are causing large branches and some of these trees to fall. So that's what we are being faced with, is ice buildup and the effects that that's having on trees and our lines.
So as we were kind of tracking this with the EMCs across the state and Georgia Power, initially we were seeing a lot of action up in Northeast Georgia. It seems now we're seeing more of that action here in the metro. Can you talk to some pockets of locations where you're having to send crews at this point?
Well, we're seeing some uptick in outages in the metro Atlanta area and in the Northeast. We have some crews out at Sandy Springs earlier today. So they're just kind of spread out throughout the metro area trying to get customers back, power back restored. And since last night, we have restored over 70,000 customers power since the storm began last night.
So that seems to be good news in that a lot of people are not dealing with prolonged outages. Is that fair to say?
Right. So we have done everything proactively to be prepared for this storm and respond as quickly and safely as possible. Our crews have been working around the clock to make sure that we can get the power back on for customers that are affected as quickly as possible. Sometimes it takes a little more to get the power back on, depending on the extent of the damage, but they are out and they are working.
Okay, so they're out and they're working. I know that people were sending us pictures of the line trucks pre-positioned yesterday, and they were so encouraged by that site. So now these crews are out and about, moving in the metro and the North Georgia region. Anything that you need people to know, whether they're a house at their home right now has no power, or maybe something that they need to know as we progress through the night and kind of monitor these conditions further?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that our customers know that we are here for you. We have had crews ready to respond since we've been monitoring this storm earlier this week. And make sure you heed any advice from the state and local officials about traveling. If you don't have to be out on the roads, please do not be out. If you see our crews working, make sure you are on the other side of the street so you won't pose a danger to yourself or to our crews. And just stay safe. And we are really working hard to make sure everyone's power gets back on.
Finally, and I know you're cold out there, so I want to get you in, but last question, any obstacles that your crews are dealing with? You know, obviously the cold, I'm sure, is hard. You probably have to make sure that they are safe as well, but anything else in terms of these particular conditions, because it's so unusual for our area?
Yeah, so we are prepared year round for any type of weather. Of course, ice is more tricky because we have to make sure that our crews can safely get to areas, but we have the tools and resources to get to where we need to get and be able to restore power.
So I know you wanted to make a little point of clarification when people see that estimated restoration time. Again, send any reminders that they need to know in regards to that.
Yeah, so we have different steps we have to take to get the power back on. So our crews, once it's safe to do so and the winds have subsided, they will get out and assess whatever damage they see. And if there's materials that they need or anything that they may need to get from another location, they'll make that call and get what resources they need to that area to get the power back on. Sometimes it's not as complex, but again, it just depends on the extent of the damage. But they are always working to try to make it as quickly as possible.
And 10,000 personnel, 10,000?
Over 10,000 between Georgia Power and some of our sister companies. They are out, boots on the ground, ready to go.
Boots on the ground, ready to go. Thank you so much, Alicia Brown, spokesperson with Georgia Power. We really appreciate it. We'll keep an eye on the outage map and we'll stay in touch with your team. You guys be safe.
Okay, thank you. You guys be safe as well.
Thank you.